Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to learn something really important, the definition of database management system and its applications. Let's jump right into it. A database management system, DBMS, is basically a collection of interrelated data and a set of programs to access that data. Now let's break that down easily. It's not just about storing random data. The data is interrelated, meaning all the pieces of data are connected to each other in some way. Imagine a table like this. We might have details like the color of a pencil, its model number, and manufacturing date. All the information in one row belongs to a single pencil, so the data is connected. That's what we mean by interrelated data. Now, DBMS doesn't just store data. It also provides programs to help us access and manage the data easily. For example, when you use an ATM to withdraw cash, the ATM pulls your information from a database that might be stored somewhere far away. The DBMS helps fetch your data quickly and safely. The feature is safety and security, and it is very importantly, DBMS must keep the data safe and secure. No one wants their personal info leaking out, right? Quote, now here's a small but important difference you should know about data and information. So the data is raw facts, and information is processed data that makes sense. Let's take an example, where data is 25, Raghav, Nagpur, just random facts. And information is, Raghav is 25 years old and lives in Nagpur. That makes some sense. So remember, data is raw, information is meaningful. What about databases? Databases are not just random collections of data. They are collections of interrelated data, organized neatly into tables with rows and columns. And before we wrap up, here's one more term you should know: metadata. Metadata is simply data about other data. For example, details like file size, author name, and last modified date about a file, that's metadata. Quote, alright guys, to quickly recap, as of now we learned what DBMS means, key points about databases, difference between data and information, and what metadata is. Now let's dive in to discuss about applications. First is sales. Whether it's a grocery store, pharmacy, fashion shop, or supermarket, they all need to store customer details, product information, and purchase records. Where do they store all this? In a database. That's why sales is a major area where DBMS is used. Next is finance. Banks, stock markets, and online trading companies store huge amounts of financial data, like stock purchases, bond details, and trading info. All of this needs to be organized and secure, so they use DBMS. Of course, we can't forget banking. Banks use databases to store everything: customer information, account details, loan info, transactions, credit card data, you name it. Another important area is education. Schools, colleges, and universities store student records, teacher details, grades, courses, and so much more. Even 20 years later, if someone asks for their certificates, the college should have them thanks to databases. Next is manufacturing. Manufacturing companies manage production records, warehouse inventory, customer orders, sales, and more, all through databases. In today's world, who doesn't shop online? Sites like Amazon, Flipkart, and Snapdeal use DBMS to manage orders, customer accounts, reviews, recommendations. Everything is stored in a database. Now both railways and airlines store tons of information: passenger names, train and flight schedules, reservations, employee, HR data, accounting records, route information. And guess what? All of this is managed by DBMS. In telecommunication, think about mobile companies like Jio, Airtel, or Vodafone. They manage millions of customer records, call details, recharges, bills, all using DBMS to keep things organized. Finally, we have the insurance industry. They store policyholder information, payment details, claims, nominee information, everything safely in their databases. That's a lot, right? And honestly, this is just a small sample. Databases are used in almost every industry today. You might wonder, why not just use file systems? Good question. We'll talk about DBMS vs file systems in the next video, so stay tuned. Before we finish, here's a fun homework question for you. Can you think of any other areas where DBMS might be used? Drop your answers in the comments below. I'd love to see what you come up with. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more easy tech lessons. See you in the next video.